been a long minute since I've talked to you, so I want to share with you what I've been doing lately. I've been working on Encanto. I think I shared with you this about a year ago, and my main focus is this Alpha Beta warehouse. I'm building a stand-in. Hard to believe this is actually a stand-in building. Behind here is Snowbird Mesa. That's another subject altogether. Now that we're looking at Alpha Beta, let me move this out of the way. It's a 4-door warehouse. There's actually, could be doors on the back. I've talked about 2 alley tracks behind here for car storage. I have 2 loading docks here up in front. And the building is a sectional building that I've been 3D printing. So it's actually a very solid building. And this was the first attempt. I will be doing this over again. Hard to believe I'm doing all this work for a stand-in building, but reason why is I haven't built anything in so long. I just needed to do something to get a little practice in. When I finish this up, this will probably look as good as what's going to go here, but I am going to do a series on the build for the actual Alpha Beta warehouse that goes here. And I'll follow along with Snowbird Mesa and the other buildings that go within Encanto. But I just wanted to share with you what I've been doing right now. Now, the Alpha Beta warehouse is what I call a sectional or panel style building. It is panel based. It has end structures with built-in 90-degree turns on it, or angles. But yeah, it's a panel inside brace building. My first experimenting with that is I did a background building called Levitz, which is over in Carson. And I just wanted to see what it would look like and finish. So I built that building just as a test. After I decided I liked that look, I decided to move forward with designing the Alpha Beta structure. Now when we look at the Alpha Beta structure, it consists of 8 panels, 4 in the front, or this would be the back, 4 in the front, and 2 end panels. It has got some internal bracing, plates that hold everything together, and it's basically just a simple panel structure. I'll show you what it looks like. If you look at the back of a panel, it has grooves for a roof line. You have lines for like a floor. This one here is not fully designed. This is an early design. Doors, scuppers, and it's just basically panels that you attach and can glue together end to end with internal bracing. I don't have any bracing out here to show you, but it's a tab and groove type of bracing. A tab and tab will fit within the groove, and when it's glued together, it is a very solid structure. Very solid, I should say. Even the roof is part of the structural system. So if you put a building like this on your layout, it will last forever and will not come apart. It's designed to be glued with Plastruct style glue, bonding, so it's easily glued. Doesn't require any special glues to put this thing together. Now another goal behind building this is I wanted to try and figure out how I want it to look. There are multiple tilt-up construction or panel style buildings in my area, and I have a large variety of things to choose from. So I just wanted to try out different things, you know, from different panel lines. There's one that's staggered like a subway tile. I never liked that look. There is a store with a little diamond pattern on the roof. That's kind of a cool look. And another one of the subway tile ones. Besides that, I wanted to test out different painting ideas with splatter paint or texture paint, multicolor texture paint, and just plain paints, just to see what I could get to produce some sort of stucco look. Or I'm using a lot. I haven't done this in a long time, so I'm sorry about that. I am using a lot, but I wanted to try out different varieties and stuff. So I came up, when I built this, I tried out what I wanted to do, then I tried out more what I want here. I still need to weather this. I'm still designing other details that go with this building. A little bit of roof details, roll-up doors, regular doors, and end doors and loading platforms and stuff. Behind here is the alley track, which is a small yard storage that will handle cars for both Snowbird Mesa and Alpha Beta. I'm contemplating putting doors in the back for a couple off spots, but I don't think I'll do that on Alpha Beta. I just think it adds too much complexity. There are 4 doors on the front. That's more than enough for operations. Same thing with Snowbird Mesa. There will be 4 to 5 spots up in front in Snowbird Mesa. Now another thing I've done is I've laid a lot of track. The backside of Encanto is almost done with track laying. I have one more spur track to put in for another business here in the corner, but everything else is laid. The double track for Snowbird Mesa, the runarounds, and all that has been laid. So this area is really done. A few more tracks to go in, clean it up a little bit, and then I'll start working on some buildings and more details. In fact, I might even go as far, and I think I will, is weathering all the track here, ballasting, and kind of finishing this off as a walk-in place, my front scenery area. The other part of the layout, as you know, is mostly plywood and painted plywood. But I think I'm going to focus on this a little bit, and Carson, which is directly behind us over here, get that taken care of. And up here in Oxbow and Cart Block and all that kind of stuff. The main reason why I've been looking at this area is when you walk into the train room, that is the entry door. It's one of the first things you see. And if you know the layout, you know Hermosa, 52nd Street right here. Hermosa's become kind of a store all. Same thing with 72nd Street. But I'm doing a little bit at a time. It's been a hot minute, but stuff is getting done. What I do want to show you, I've been putting turnout or switch machines in. I'll show you what it looks like underneath. When I install these switch machines and turnouts, I'm using a bell crank system. I'm using a small lever from Wild Hair Limited. It's not available on the website yet. It should be uploaded eventually. But it makes it really easy and quick to install these turnouts. They're highly adjustable. I like the fact that I can install them after the fact. It doesn't require that big 1/2-inch hole. And if I do want to move something, it's as simple as putting a toothpick in the hole that I drill and gluing it down and touching up with a little paint. It is a lot easier to fix that than the 1/2-inch hole that's normally required to install switch motors. Now I'm installing the Tortoise switch machines using the Wild Hair Limited quick mounts. The part number for those is WHL 3044T. If you're curious and want to follow me a little bit more, check out my Facebook site. It's IMRROCOM on Facebook. I also post on several Facebook pages, including Iron City, N-Scale Model Railroader, and N-Scale Model Railroading. There's a whole list. I think I post on about 12 different websites, or I should say Facebook groups. YouTube would like you to view this video and that video. And as always, stay frosty, my friends.